Well, I got to be honest with you guys. I got some pretty disappointing results back from my doctor before we left for vacation. And those disappointing results were, I'm fine. So here's what's going on. Just this exhaustion I seem to be feeling, and it's worse and worse the last couple of months. And the ADD, excuse me, that I've been diagnosed with just seems to be getting worse. Also, I just haven't been feeling myself. And like when things just don't feel right, you know your body better than anybody else, right? So I go and I get blood work done. And for the most part, it was like spot on. I'm like, this can't be. So
you're like, please tell me something is wrong with me.
Yeah, because, if you get blood work back and it tells you that you're deficient in one area, that's an easy fix right there. I'll drink more orange juice or whatever, So I wasn't accepting that. So I had a sleep study done because I've told you guys for 20 years I've had a problem with my sleep. So I go in, and these sleep studies, have you ever heard about them or done one?
I've heard about them because I know you were doing one, which I don't know how anybody sleeps well when you have that many wires hooked up to your face.
It is really crazy, man. You go in there, and it's almost like staying in a Homewood Suites for the night. They give you one room. It's got a nice bathroom, and it's just like staying in a little hotel room, really. There's a TV there, except in this particular hotel room, when you're sleeping, like you said, they hook you up to all these electrodes, man. I mean, it must have taken her 20 to 30 minutes to put everything on that she had to put on. And then you're supposed to sleep with all that stuff on. So I was excited about it because I'm like, I sleep crappy. So at least I know that in here I'm going to sleep crappy, and it's going to be worse because I have all this stuff on me, right? So they're going to be able to tell me something.
Do you guys sleep on your back?
You can sleep any way that you want.
Okay.
I do sleep on my back though. So at least as far as that goes, I had that pretty easy. Because if you're sleeping on your stomach, then it's pressing all up into you and stuff like that, right? Yeah. So I'm excited, actually, that I know I'm going to get a crappy night's sleep. So at least we can start working on this, and maybe that's at the root of it. So I end up going to sleep a little bit on the late side, and I'm waking up, and I'm waking up, and I'm waking up. And I remember being so excited by waking up thinking, finally, they're going to be able to see the results of my sleep, and they're going to be able to guide me in a healthy way, right? I feel like I must have got like 3-4 hours of sleep, right? So I go home, and you don't get the results instantly. You have to go back in, and then they give you the results. So I sit down, and I'm like, all right, let me have it, man. What are we going to do? And he's like, dude, you slept great. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, you slept through the night. You barely tossed and turned. You got great REM sleep. You like deep sleep for like 3.5 hours. He's like, no sleep apnea. You're doing great. So I'm like, what the hell? How is that possible? I literally I felt like I was saying to myself during this study that I am awake right now. I can hear everything going on. Every little noise in this place is waking me up. It must have just been in my head.
You must have been dreaming.
The whole time.
I guess I was dreaming, right?
You didn't feel like you slept any better in that situation than you normally would at home?
I felt like I slept like crap. I was stunned, right? So I go to my therapist and a couple of other doctors, and they are all essentially saying the same thing, which is really a bummer. I got to figure out a way how to chill out and relax. And here's the thing though, man. I've told you guys this before, and I hate that sometimes I say the same things over and over again on the show. I don't feel stressed out. Like, there are things that happen in here, and there are things that happen in my life. It's not 100%, but I don't feel like I am anxious over it. I don't feel like I can't eat about it. I don't feel like I'm not sleeping right because of the anxiety. It's just, I don't feel it. But my body is telling me, and all these doctors are now telling me, like, you must figure out a way to chill your body out, or you are going to die early.
I wonder if it's just because your baseline is what most people's stressed out or high strung or anxious would be. Like, you're so used to like high cortisol levels, or you're used to being really like on edge or kind of just like ready to go at any moment, that you don't know what it truly feels like for your body to relax. So I almost wonder if you just need to find your new baseline, and you just got to like figure out a way to dial down to that level.
So, Abby, he's taken enough extracurricular things that he knows what chill is.
Well, it's manufactured, so
Yes.
I don't. And just to focus on one thing you said, I took a different test for cortisol thinking the same thing. Mm-hmm. It's fine. So they're just basically saying, like, Yes, your body is revving so high because I legitimately can't relax. That I know. Like if I try to read a book, like I tried last night. I'll tell you how it goes for me reading a book. You remember that little perch that I have in front of my window in my house that a lot of people are saying is for extracurricular activity, but it is not, right?
The one with the swing?
Yeah, it's a swing, basically. So I'm sitting in my perch in front of my window and I read a book. So I open up the book and it goes something like this. Read one paragraph. Oh, you know what? I forgot to answer an email from Kristen. Okay, I'll just do that real quick. Read 2 paragraphs, and then it goes something like, they may mention something about a Chick-fil-A in this book. So I immediately go, oh, I have a Chick-fil-A coupon that I can use tonight.
Damn, you need to read on Sundays.
But it's kind of this constant maze and kind of always this distraction where I just can't focus on one thing at a time. If I go into a room, if I just see one thing out of place, it takes me into a completely different direction, and then I forget what I'm in that room for. So I have got to figure out a way to either, I don't know if it's meditate, I don't know if it's reading, I don't know what it is, I don't know if it's a hobby. Those all bore me. I don't know how to relax. I don't know how to feel like I'm relaxing.
If your cortisol levels aren't high and so you're not stressed out in that way, I mean, what you just told me just sounds like classic textbook ADHD. Like maybe you need to go treat it for that, get that, because your mind's squirrel all over the place. You walk into a room, you forget what you're there for. So maybe the problem isn't in like the physical body, it's just mental. And maybe you should seek treatment or even just a diagnosis, because obviously I'm not a doctor for ADHD. And maybe that'll start to lead you down a path where you can quiet your mind.
So I have that doctor and he has given me some things to do, but every time I start to do them, I get distracted, honestly. I was almost yelling at myself in my truck the other day because all I wanted to do was go to the gym. So I get into my truck and I realize I forgot my AirPods in the house. Not a big deal. So I go inside of the house, right? Then I get back in the truck and I go to turn the truck on and then realize that I left my keys to the truck inside the house. So now I got to go back in the house. Then I come back out and I'm heading out of the driveway and then I realize, oh my God, I forgot my phone. So I mean, it takes me 5 minutes just to get out of my driveway.
I have a friend who had very severe ADHD and like struggled through college with it. And then she and her doctor decided to do meds. And she's like, I don't know how the doctor was like, I don't know how you did this. And when she got a med, she's like, I don't know how I did this. This is a game changer.
I know, man. And I'm really torn about putting another med into my body. I hate them. You know how I felt when I went off the Effexor? I was just miserable. So any one of these, ADHD meds are kind of stimulants, and I just don't want to have that jittery feeling all day. So I'm at a loss right now.
But hey, here's a fun fact, actually. So if you actually need it, like, you can take it and it'll level you out. It's not going to go like a lot of ADHD people, if they're not on meds, can drink like 2 cups of coffee and go right to sleep because it levels them out. So it might be worth talking to a doc, because which do you hate more, meds or letting Tommy win your death bet?
Oh, yeah. Tommy winning. The death bet would really annoy me.
When you started this segment, I was like, see, told you so.
Hey, Tiffany, good morning. You're part of the Bert Show. Hi.
Hi, good morning. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm on, but hi.
Glad you called.
So I was just listening about what was going on, and I wanted to know if they checked any of your iron, or maybe a B12 level, or your hormones, like testosterone.
They did indeed. They tested all of it. It's all fantastic. It's all right, spot on, which is so frustrating. I need to go see more doctors. That will tell me there's something wrong.
Maybe everything you think is wrong with you is wrong with you. You're just really good at testing.
Yes, I am good at something. My hobby. I found a hobby.
Yeah, you're a great tester.
It's blood tests.
The Bert Show.